apologize on behalf of all staff and faculty. I have already started this process and didn't record any of it, but that's okay because you're here now. Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome to or welcome back to the vlog. It's your girl Amy Tari back with another video. As you can see, we are already in process. We got the laptop for entertainment, blow dryer for, you know, the stretching process. We got our handy dandy mirror for our third eye so we can see the back of our head. We have all of our tools right here, all the tools you'll need. This natural conditioner. You can use any conditioner, but I use this one because it was gifted to me. Use any type of foam mousse you desire. Then I went out and bought this Shine and Jam. I used this because I ran out of this towards the end. Then I have 500 rubber bands, some crocodile clips, a rat tooth comb, and also a white tooth comb, and scissors, and a mirror. And of course we have the hair. So I had my hair sectioned in twists and I was just blow drying through each twisted section so that I could have my hair stretched. Now as you can already see, we have started the back. Is she cute? I had to do a couple of braids first so I could get the technique down and figure out like, okay, how am I gonna do this myself? And then how should I like re-explain it to somebody else? So that's why the back of my head is already done. I have like different ways that I do the braids and I just interchange like what I do on each braid. So it looks, you know, not very uniform. It looks like multi-ethnic. I don't know what the word is. It's variety. It looks like a variety. Y'all can just watch me do the middle section a little bit. And when I actually start to do the explaining portion, that's when it'll be like the front of my head. So I think it'll be easier to like describe what I'm doing that way, and it'll probably be easier for you to see what I'm doing that way also. Alright, so I'm back and God only knows what day it is. It might be day 5. Yeah, it's never taken me this long to do braids, but there's a few reasons for that. I keep going back over sections just so I can make sure they're not frizzy and like there's not even like one hair sticking out, which I really gotta get over. Like I just gotta get over it. Another reason is I just take a lot of breaks and I also watch movies or YouTube while doing my braids, so maybe I'm not 100% focused. And then other than that, I'm just in general a slow braider. Now I'm gonna show you guys actually how I braided all of the braids on my head. So basically, there are some braids. It'll be like I add some of the straight synthetic hair to the braid and I just braid all the way down and then add the water wave curly piece only at the end. But then other pieces like this one where I start off the braid with the straight synthetic piece along with my hair and then I add in some of the water wave curly piece, like I start braiding it into the braid I already have and then leave out a piece of the water wave braid as I'm braiding the rest, so that way I have it just hanging out freely like this on both sides. I'm almost done. I'm so happy. How's the rest looking? I hope it looks good so far. And seeing as though it took me a minute to put these in, girl, I'm about to ride these to the sunset. I personally use the rubber band method and I don't do knotless just because I don't have good grip on my braids. So if I do them knotless, I'm afraid they'll be like too loose for my liking. If you want to do knotless, this is not the video. Go watch somebody else's and come back to this. Okay, then I take a crochet hook and I hook it through the section that I just rubber banded. Alright. I hope you can see this. I transfer the hair onto the hook, close the latch, and slide it through. It just comes out the other side. If you already know how to do this part, you can like skip this. I'm just showing for anybody who like doesn't know how to do any of this. Cause I know I needed help when I first started braiding my hair. I hope I don't lose anybody on this part, but basically, I divide my hair into 3. All right, it's in 3 sections. I take 1/2 of the straight synthetic hair and put it to the first end of my hair that I split into 3. So one on the nearest left. Hold the middle by itself and then join the third piece of my hair that I split into 3 from the right side with the other piece of straight synthetic hair. So it looks like this. And then I take my index finger and hopefully you can see this. I split the synthetic hair into two. It doesn't have to be straight down the middle, but I just split some of it off and join it with the middle piece like that. And then I do the same thing on the top part for the other side. So then I hold it with this finger, take this index finger and my thumb, and I like take some of the synthetic piece off, bring it around and join it with the middle piece of hair. So now you have 3 sections and each has your natural hair and the synthetic hair. Hopefully that makes sense. Rewind it back as many times as you need, okay? You got this. And then start braiding like normal. So if you don't know how to braid, you gotta watch a whole entire different video because this is not the one. So then I just start braiding like regular. I go overhand, but you can do underhand if you want, whatever makes you feel comfortable. I try to like do it tight as I can, close to the root. Okay, now at this point, if you want, you can start taking some gel and slicking down the sides of the braid as you're braiding down. So I'm gonna show you the first method where I add in the curly piece. So you can let go of this and it'll be completely fine. It's not going anywhere because you gel down the sides. Okay, so take your curly hair and separate the piece you want. When you separate the piece you want, it's gonna get frizzy. It's gonna kind of look like this, where it's very like undefined. But all you gotta do is take some gel and run your fingers across it and it'll go back to normal. See? And it like, take your time doing this because it gets tangly. All right, so I got some gel and I just literally go over it like this with my fingers. It snaps back into place. Okay, here we go. Take the braiding hair. I recommend you put it behind the braid and not in front of the braid. Some of the pieces I put in front of the braid, and when you do that, you can see where you've added the hair. It doesn't look bad from a distance, but if you're like examining it up close, you can just see like where the little knot is where you've added hair. So I just grab it with my, what is that, my ring finger and my pinky, and then my thumb and index. Braid like normal, like I was before. So that was one way how to add it. I just realized, because I do a different way to add it at the bottom. But yeah, you can see where you've added the hair in the back of the braid, but not in the front. If you don't want to see how you've added the hair in your braid on either side, then you can also add the hair in this way. I'm about to show you the second way. Okay, so just like before, put it in the back. Take the one side you have, and wherever it naturally kind of breaks apart, put your finger in between it and split it all the way down until you now have 3 sections of curly hair. Put one of these sections where your middle finger is, and then the other one where the outside braid is, and then just braid like normal. So once you have the 3 curly strands aligned with your other 3 sections to braid, like your 3 pieces of hair to braid, just braid like you already were before you added it. And that way it'll seamlessly blend into the hair, where you don't have the back side, you can see where you've added it, but the front you can't. I just gave you guys options, that's all. So I really hope I didn't confuse anybody, but yeah, just whatever you want to do, either way is fine. And I only have 2 of those options because in the back, I added it the first way I showed you, where you can see it in the back but not in the front. And then I realized that if I split it into 3, like how I have 3 strands of hair to braid, then you can't see it in the back or the front. And then after you've braided down a bit with the added curly hair, all you do is take the curly hair and you separate it from all the other strands. So I'm gonna put this on the other side of my head so it's out the way. And then you continue to braid without that piece. And then I take the other curly piece after I braid it down a bit and I separate that as well, and then continue to braid the rest of the braid without it. And then you can take them back down once you braid it far enough so that just make sure they're like out of your way so you don't re-braid them back into the braid by accident. Okay, so I feel like it's probably best that you add the curly hair towards the bottom once your braid starts getting thinner. I'm also going to take a thinner piece of hair just so it can blend better. And I'm going to do the same method where I put it behind, split one of the sections in half, add that half to the middle, add the other section to the very outside, the end, and then continue to braid. See, so this one's one of my better braids because it's more cohesive, so it's not like super thin where I added in the hair. And you just want to braid all the way down until you can't see any more of the bigger straight pieces amongst the curly hair. Alright, see, now that I've braided all of the straight pieces down until there's not really anything left, it kind of like gets shorter and sticks out of the parts that I'm braiding. You can cut that, or you can leave it, or you can gel it down, whatever you decide to do. But I feel like it's done right here. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of gel and I'm gonna go down that last little bit of it so then it starts to blend in. And there is our braid. Now with this section, I'm gonna show you the other way to do the braid, where it's just the braid all the way down and then only the curly part at the end, which is very simple and self-explanatory. Especially if I just explained how to do it that way, you should kind of get the gist of how to do it the other way. You literally just add the synthetic hair, braid it like normal, and only do the little 3-piece method of the curly hair at the end. And you just alternate whichever braids you want to do with either method, and you'll have your hair looking like this. You have goddess braids. That's how I do the other one, where it's just straight and then only the end is curly. So I'm just gonna finish the rest of my head because I only have 6 braids left. Thank God, I'm so over this style. And I'm gonna come back when I'm done. I am officially done. I'm so excited. I don't know how to act. I am ready to take on the world. I'm ready to make fresh content. Okay, so here's the finished look. Boom, bam, blow. That's how you fix that. Thanks guys so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and let me know if there's any other videos you'd like to see from me. I hope you guys all have a blessed day, a blessed week, and I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Bye.